you've got your, what was it? Two. In this show, since they're only 2 hours, you've really only got your two big live interviews. On Raw, it's 3, and then they sprinkle in between it. But at least here we've got a lot of Bloodline stuff going on. And we had Roman and we had Paul, because this network TV, they only show up for the big hoop-de-doos. But I wonder, have you ever wondered, because I certainly have, professional curiosity. I wonder how far along and how detailed they've had this Bloodline thing planned out all along. I wonder if they did the old deal where they figured it out all the way to what they want to be the end, like Vince used to do, and then worked backwards. I wonder if they at least had a storyboard where, okay, every month at the pay-per-view, we're going to build to these matches for 6 months, and then we'll fill in the details on TV, but these are the big happenings, who's going to go, who's going to come, who's going to win, who's going to lose. Or I wonder if they're just pulling it out of their ass as they go along week to week, and every once in a while we've noticed that they had an empty ass that week because nothing really happens. Or one more, and I'll let you answer that. Do you think that every couple of weeks Heyman just wanders into the writer's room and puts his hand up on his chin and in his Paul Heymanish way goes, what would it be like if so-and-so said such and such to so-and-so, and then so-and-so responded
That's Heyman?
In such and such fashion? Well, because I can't do Heyman.
So what'd you do? A British man? What is this?
I don't know what I'm doing. But you know how he does that. He just goes, well, what if so-and-so and this and that? And they just take notes. Do you think that's how they're doing it? How are they doing the Bloodline thing with all these twists and turns and comings and goings that they haven't really tripped over their own dicks yet?
Well, I guess a bigger question, other than do you think Heyman is asking questions like this? No, the bigger question is, do you think there needs to be a firm, big ending? You know, does it have to be some kind of big blow-up end of the Bloodline altogether? Is it something that, and I'm not saying the NWO lingering for years was a good thing, but is it something that lingers, or is it something where you need a big blowout, Roman lost, he's never coming back?
Well, no, I'm not talking about, boom, the entire cataclysmic saga has come to an end, the world has been righted, and all the heels have been banished to the Phantom Zone. But at some point, all stories have to come to an end, at least in terms of being the focal point. Is the Judgment Day maybe going to take over at some point from the Bloodline? Will Roman finally get the match with The Rock and then go to Hollywood? Will there just be nothing more to feature with these people interacting with each other, and they need to be spread out to have a new group to play with? So it doesn't need to be boom, the end credits, but it needs to be, okay, we kind of got everything that we wanted to get out of this at the end, and now we're going somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So with that, I mean, they don't have to write a firm end, but you would have had to have had, as a writer, as a booker, as a show planner, you would have had to have some kind of skeleton framework of this. You couldn't just make it up week to week, because you'd get tripped up a lot. They had to have some kind of plan.
And you have to think there's nowhere near ending, because there's nothing to replace it. There's nothing that you could slot in to replace that, I don't think. The Judgment Day do what they can on Raw, but it's a different animal altogether.
Yeah.